Hey, if you're tuning in from YouTube, currently we are planning to do an MK11 tier list discussion. Today I'm joined with Turkey. You gonna give the people a hello?
Yo, what's up, guys?
And I also have with me joining Skar. Say hello.
What's up?
For the people that do not know as of yet, Turkey and Skar are one of the up and coming top players in the scene right now. You may recognize them from some of their placements. For Turkey, the recent Coliseum season.
It looking like it always happened, Mr. Aquaman. It has happened. A Kotal Khan is your season 3 champion. Not just
He won the most recent KIT.
Cannot take another hit, and in neutral, that is going to be it. It's Turkey.
And then Mortal Kombat New Jersey number 12.
Oh, okay. There's Turkey gets it.
Outside of that, we have Skar, who had the most recent Champion of the Realms win.
Oh my god. And there it is! Skar is your champion of the realms!
And back maybe a few more months, how long ago was the dojo?
That was like November.
Okay. And he placed second at the dojo, was incredible placement for, what was it, your first offline?
Second, actually.
Second offline. Okay. But still, nonetheless, really impressive. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little rundown of the people I have beside me. I'd say as for bottom, well, actually, we'll just do it. We're gonna do it in the order that the website gives us. I'm assuming that's gonna be about the bottom already.
I'm down.
All right. So first thing, off rip, we have Baraka, right?
Yeah.
As we all know, there's Wu, and I feel like he's brought the character to the actual limits of it. Like I can't see any other player trying to go above and
Biohazard just
beyond.
put in quite a bit of work with Baraka.
But as a Baraka main who deals with the bad matchups that his other characters that can't fight. We've seen what the character is capable of through Wu, and
Yeah.
I honestly I want to put him at A-. I imagine he'd probably be pushing towards the end of A-.
I'm not even gonna lie. I honestly feel like I want to put him in A- too, but I feel like having a losing matchup against Cetrion just puts him down. What puts him down, but I feel like losing to Cetrion is just really bad.
Yeah, but that's one character itself. I can't name off the top of my head the bad matchups that Baraka comes across. We know the obvious ones being the Cetrions and the and a handful of other zoners, maybe Joker as well.
In my opinion, I just feel like losing to the best character in the game really hampers your viability. To be honest, maybe I'm overthinking it in that aspect, but that's just how I feel.
There's also the argument of how often are you coming across these characters in competitive play, right?
True that. I mean, on top of that, it's I don't know. He just doesn't really he doesn't have a fast mid to counter poke with. His pokes are okay.
Yeah, but he has a lot of okay. But the thing is that once he gets you, the thing is he's a corner character.
Mm-hmm.
He's not he's gonna kill you in the corner.
Joker's a corner character too, but he has a lot more going for him than what Baraka has. I mean, if you're only good in one spot screen, and keep in mind, majority of the characters in top 10 have a really simple way to get out the corner. So it's how good is that really?
Yeah, but it's.
I'd also I also want to mention that Baraka has some really, really good custom variations and combinations that I feel make up for a lot of his bad matchups, and he can at least get him at the bare minimum to a 5-5.
Sure. I mean, I would honestly like to put him in A-. So I mean, I guess that's where he can go for right now. But I don't know. He doesn't have an auto shimmy. He doesn't have a mid to counter poke with. He doesn't have things that make a character good in MK11. Really. But even though you can still win a game without those qualities, not having those qualities is kind of.
So where do you, Scar? Where do you suggest we put him? Are you aiming for the B tier?
I'm okay with A- because he has good things going for him. I mean, he just doesn't have a lot of them.
Next, we have Cassie.
A+.
A+,
I think A plus for sure. She has an auto shimmy. She has a 9-frame mid, an 11-frame advancing mid, a 10-frame advancing high that goes in tandem with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like even though she's not like, and even like she was broke, quote unquote, like at the beginning of the game, but that was really because the rest of the cast was kind of piss poor when you really think about it.
Yeah,
and then she got a couple of nerfs.
And her glow kick was actually just stupid. Like that was just
so even though she's relatively honest, she still plays the game very well. Like if you have an auto shimmy that's like actually real, like you automatically have very good strike throw, and that just differentiates her from a lot of the other characters in the game. Really,
hold up. Actually, I'm gonna make a change here. I'm making this B+, and I'm adding a B-. Moving. I'm nudging down everyone.
And she still has like a cheesy ass projectile that starts combos. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, and her pressure is actually good on characters where gunshots jail, which is stupid.
And but that's also under the assumption that the player can't react to it. Like for me personally, I can't react to the gunshots. I can't react to those gunshots, so I'm constantly getting hit by that gunshot pressure, and it's really annoying for Geras. But for another player who could identify that, immediately duck, and then punish it.
And she has an obnoxious down 4. Having an obnoxious poke in this game is really good.
Yeah, but she's only limited to the down 4. I don't think your other pokes are good.
Yeah,
that down 1, that
down
3 trash.
I mean, yeah, sure, but the down 4 is good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah, that down 4 is some broken.
And considering she has a 7-frame high and a 9-frame mid that has some pretty good reach,
and
with
she has
overhand follow up,
really good KBs. Like forward 2, nut punch KB is good. Not enough Cassies use it. They woke.
Yeah, because they're always trying to cash out for the damage.
And then if they have back forward 3, that's literally free fatal blow 50%. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like that's ultimate Rob.
Yeah, I feel like her only downside is just number 1, the movement, and the number one thing that all Cassie players are gonna complain about is just 1-on-1 being punishable.
I mean, her movement. 2 things. So her movement, considering the fact that she has one of the best advancing, she has plenty of advancing attacks to make up for her movement. For 2, her movement is not that bad compared to other characters, like the one we just talked about before her. And to top it all off,
broke, like compared to Erron. Like
to top it all off, Cassie has one of the only like real auto shimmies in the game, so it should be -8.
Yeah. No, and I agree.
Yeah, definitely, bro. If that shit was a safe, real auto shimmy, that hit.
And keep in mind, -8 is still kind of safe on some characters anyway. So it's
yeah, it's safe on Kotal. I'm only down 1 on you.
Safe on Kung Lao.
All right, and as for the next character, we're having the previously named.
We already know where that character.
We know where she's.
We don't need to talk about that very much. It's she's obnoxious. She plays her own game practically.
She neutralizes a lot of characters in the game's game plan.
She's one of the only like complete hybrids in the game that can actually come in and be out at the same time, and it doesn't matter because she could win either way. Because you're losing 50% in chip either way. It's a great time.
And even though I'm not exactly the best candidate to say this really, but it's really just crazy how, and this is a trend I've noticed in the other fighting games too, especially Guilty Gear is another example of this, but they really have a tendency to give zoners the best rush down for no reason. Oh, and Street Fighter Poison, just like that. Like, why do zoners have the best rush down in the game? I do not understand that. I don't.
Just a trend. But yeah, no. So, we know. Yeah.
All right. Now, here's we're actually going to I'm going to skip any more discussion with Cetrion because I feel like, we all kind of generally agree. We can go on about how broke she is, but, it's kind of just taking up time at that point. We have D'Vorah next, and I do want to hear individually where you guys would place her because I know some of us have some like varying opinions. We'll start with Skar because he has probably the most experience against Honeybee out of the 3 of us.
So I would say D'Vorah. I would say that she's what is that? B plus, and I feel like her once again she doesn't have a mid to counter poke with. She, but she has really silly setups, right? She has she got she got a better anti-air game than Jade. I'm sorry. Like,
you think so?
If you have an answer, and it's for the fact that her down two lowers her hurt box. So a lot of times when a jump kick is coming her way and she wants to anti-air that, she is at way less risk of anti-airing it. And on top of that, her down forward two also lowers her hurt box 8 frames, and she pretty much gets to crushing blow any like aerial approach. And like once what we were just talking about yesterday, how Honeybee, how he'll do them little short hops, and it's literally calculated because he wants you to try to air him so he can tag you with it, and it's so scary because you're eating like 35% before you even can break away into another setup. Like, she honestly could win the game off of that just for you jumping. Like, it's really scary.
I don't necessarily agree with the down two point, but I understand where you're coming from with a lot of the arguments.
Let me rephrase that. So Jade's down two. It's really good because you're never crossing this character. You're never crossing that character ever.
Well, no, I understand the lowering the hitbox in the very like horizontal.
And trust me, I've tried anti-airing every character in this game, so believe me, I know what works and what doesn't. But I mean, anti-airing is a whole different conversation because jump kicks are very yeah. So, but
yeah.
And what do you think, Turkey? Sorry to cut you off, but I want to try and get his point across here.
I would say probably B plus on cusp, just because like that character just gets so annoying. Like, it's one of those characters that aren't great because they just don't have a lot of stuff that you kind of need in MK11. Like,
he doesn't have dirt like that.
like a hit confirm usually. Like, her only 1-2 teleport works on select characters in the game, which sucks.
Yeah.
So she can't really do anything. She doesn't have punishes. But to counteract that, she has like one of the most annoying game plans in the game, which is to jump and to mix.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of her setups are fake, and there's ways out. But the ones that are real, bruh, that should just. I think that puts her at a solid B plus.
Yeah.
But like, towards the end, I'd say towards the end of B plus.
I honestly
Probably.
want to put her in B minus. I don't think the character is that good. I know that we have seen results from Honeybee in specific. That's the main person we're going to talk about.
He's a character loyalist, so I mean.
And he's the loyalist, but like oftentimes we put Honeybee in a fairly big bracket, and I'd say there's a good chance that he's not making it too far because Devora oftentimes is just constantly running into matchups that are like so unfortunate for her, and for various reasons. We can't discuss every single matchup that she has and why it's bad.
I want to throw something else in there because you just talking about matchups. Like, I feel like she's especially in B plus because she beats Jacqui, in my opinion, and she does very well against Cetrion. I feel like the same reason why Baraka is where he's at is the same reason why I put Devora there. Like, even though because she's not really that good, but to be able to have answers to those characters, especially beating Jacqui, which a lot of other characters can't boast.
Where are we getting this beating Jacqui nonsense?
She beats Jacqui.
Oh, you played Jacqui for a few weeks.
No,
let's relax.
Bro, Sonic was saying this before I even touched the character. And even when I play it, it's very difficult for her. Why do you think Hijinks has a hard time against her? I mean, against Honeybee.
I don't know. There could be a few reasons.
Like, that match is like, when I watch them fight, it's very hard for her. Very hard for
her. Personally, I could see B minus because I said at the end of B plus, and I don't really think she's better than Baraka. Yeah. I mean, if Baraka's like at the end or towards the end, I could see her being in B minus, but I'd just say B plus, like at the end.
I just feel like she constantly comes across worse matchups in competitive play than a character like Baraka does.
Yeah.
I think Baraka's a little downplayed, to be fair. But I definitely think that like Devora is more upplayed than him.
I don't even know who really beats Devora. I mean, Honeybee thinks Sindel beats her, which the more I play that matchup, I could kind of see it because she's one of the few characters who have an anti-air that keeps her out the air at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And Low Star beats Teleport. She can. So I can kind of see where he's coming from. The more I play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just I feel like it's safe to say I'm gonna put her in B- for right now. And worst case scenario, if we find too many characters that are worse than her, then we'll put her into B+.
Right.
But yeah, I just don't think I just think she plays MK11 pretty poorly, and she has to rely on those setups. Because if you took out the bug setup, you're not getting any other help from her other custom moves. Everything else is like kind of equally ass and all gimmicky. Like her core game, like her base game plan is pretty rough for the game itself, and she constantly runs into some pretty like bad scenarios in competitive play. And I just think it's at least in comparison worse than Baraka in their players' experience. So I'm happy putting her at B+, and B-, and worst case scenario we'll bump her up. But next up is gonna be Erron. I'm gonna get Turkey's opinion here first.
He's a solid B+, I'd say. It's all right. He's actually I don't know, because I feel like honestly, like offline the character kind of doesn't have anything. I think you need command grab with Erron offline. He's like in that situation. I feel like he doesn't really open characters up.
Mm-hmm.
He has to run away, and if he can't win that, he can't really win the game, I don't think.
Yeah, he struggles on the characters he has to walk down because his movement speed is so tragic.
Yeah, like combined with his movement speed, the fact he doesn't really have a way to open people up without command grab. I don't know. I don't know if it's like B+ or like B- with like Devore.
I have this idea about Erron that he is the most fair character in the game. Like he has in an offline competitive setting where like you can react to the mix because the mix is reactable, and even if it's not reactable to you, it's fuzzyable. Even though that can be a little hard to practice. And he, but he has the mid. He has an 11 frame mid. He has some decent neutral tools. He has scud shot. He has things to play around in neutral with. I think he has he's a jack of all trades that plays everything good, but nothing great and nothing bad. If I had to put him anywhere in this list, I feel like he's literally there's 37 characters in the game, so the halfway point would be that 15 or 16 slot. I would put him there.
Yeah, I could like he does also have really good pokes that would support like the command grab.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't really see him that much higher than Baraka. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think to be fair, like A- would be he'd probably be pushing the end of A-, but that 15 to 20 slot is probably where he'd end up anyways. But what do you think, Skar, about Erron?
So with Erron, I feel like acid pour or man grab works. I mean, because poking the special in this game is really, we all know how silly that can be sometimes. I think his biggest issue is that like his meaty game is so weak because the main moves that you'd want to meaty with are dial-ins, and it's like it's just not good. I mean, I meaty with down 4 a lot because I can't. I mean, as much as I'd like to meaty with the back 2 shimmy or my primary mid, I'm not about to meaty with a dial-in, nor am I about to meaty with back 2.
Surely.
Man grab is good. It deals you like 17%. I mean, either way, regardless of if he has that support or that, like he's getting unbreakable damage if he hits you with back 2. And I think his pressure game is kind of, I don't know, like I guess like I really don't see how.
It's a bit.
But I think scud shot is silly because he can zone and counter zone with it pretty much. I don't know.
So ultimately, would you agree that he's in the A-?
Like he's nothing too crazy.
Okay. Okay, and this will be interesting. I'm gonna start with Frost for the record, and I'm gonna make Skar wait till last again.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, yeah.
So Frost, I think Frost is a, and I've gone through multiple phases of how I feel about this, or how I feel about this character for a while. At first, I thought she was like completely trash, and then I thought she was really stupid. And then I went back to her being trash, or thinking she was trash, and I just think she's kind of a sleeper character. I don't know who she loses to. There's not enough Frost players for us to actually get like proper information out of them.
Supposedly Cetrion, but yeah.
I think she has amazing customs. No matter how you want to play the character, I think there's a viable way to do it. I think her only downfall is just having some slow buttons, and her stand 1 being pretty short ranged. It whiffs a lot. But the flaws block mind games definitely benefit her with Augur and everything, so she makes up for that. Like it honestly makes her game plan a little more threatening, knowing that you can exploit it, but there's a risk of trying to exploit it. I'd actually put her at the top of B+, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think the character is pretty good. I mean, I don't think she's like amazing or anything, but yeah, I think she definitely has like that Baraka factor, like where she has like really good like corner game. Her mid screen game is pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
But aside, like her corner game is really good, but she doesn't have quick buttons. But she does have an 11 frame mid, so it's good. Like she has a good check.
Mm-hmm.
She has a good mid. So
her down one is a great check. Considering how much range it has. It's 8 frames, but that's a mid.
Dude, she has back 1, down 1, and then she has back 2 for mid screen. She also has forward 2, which is okay if you get people to respect.
Yeah, she has a lot of chase options, considering she has the dive kick if you want to equip that, the forward 2,
and her bomb. That's a hard knockdown. Like it's not hard knockdown, but
it's a guaranteed dash in.
Like,
so
dude,
it's like
that is really good. Like I feel like she has a lot of good like checks to start her Augur game, which is the best part about her freely.
Mm-hmm.
Like her Augur mind game. Yeah, I could see top of B+ and A-, because I think she's comparable to Erron, so I could see like them meet at the end there together.
Okay, and all right, what do you feel, Skar?
So I'm very biased with this too, and I don't care either. I think Frost is dumb as hell. But mind you, we're not playing the same game with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, but I feel like the fact that back 1-2-1 literally just gives her free spacing and no gap on it, and it's like not your turn there. And then it's like, I feel like if you're a footsie character in a footsie based game, you're highly favored just off of that. And the fact that like her spacing and her zoning isn't like all that, but like she really, and she has an anti-air that's like very reliable at that.
Yeah, which is hard to come by in a game like this.
So, but either way, I think
So where would you put her though? Is the thing.
She can go at B+, I guess. She can go at B+.
Top of B+, better than Baraka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, yeah, we can all agree on that then. Next is Fujin. We'll start with Turkey because I think Skar and I are pretty biased about this.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think I've played against Fujin the most here.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, I don't know. I get
kind of. We all have pretty substantial Fujin experience.
I would put it out there.
Because Rashid was your training partner for a while, huh?
Up in some way. I've played every Fujin, every one of them. All of them are my sons. But other than that, well, yeah, I love them. All my sons. But yeah, no. Wow. Fujin. He said, "Wow." No, but Fujin. He's like. The character is just so versatile. That's the problem. It's like he literally has options that other characters in the game don't. He can get in and out of just anything. It's insane. Like he could literally do a stagger and then be out on the other side of the screen with like 3 dashes, and you have to start all again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he's so deceiving as a character because like yeah, you look at him and you're like, okay, he's not. You look at him and think he's a runaway character and that he'll time you out every time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you play a good Fujin, he hits you once, he pushes you, and then he just backdashes the whole game, and it's like he just skywalks away, and
Yeah.
barely any characters have options for it. And he just has so many things. He just has so many options. The plethora of options he has is what makes him so good. And the
Mhm.
fact that they're all ridiculous is just why he's like top 2 in the game.
Yeah.
He's
I think he
OP.
plays a completely different game than the rest of the characters on the cast, or in some characters that play a comparable, like or have a comparable game plan to him, just don't even do anything nearly as good as him. And Skar, before we actually name the placement, do you have any like final little touches you want to add there?
So once again, like I said with Frost, if you're a footsie character in this game, you're automatically favored. But with Fujin,
Footsies.
You are the footsies, okay?
so it's like my thing with Fujin is like, and once again, I'm biased here too, but it's like he got anti-airs. He has a pretty good mid that has like a billion options that you're not punishing anyway. Skywalker is dumb. You throw
Yeah,
a
and most of the time,
projectile,
even if you
getting-
do have an answer, it's not even guaranteed because you have to really just train your reactions.
and it's like he just gets combos for just the most juvenile of things. Like Sub-Zero has a dumb slide, but Fujin combos for him from it.
Yeah,
Back
it's
to
toddler
a
neutral.
mid-day.
It's just crazy. Like screen control, like him, like wind push is crazy with back 2 in his movement. It's
Mhm.
just like that kind of check is just ridiculous in this game because you don't have anywhere you're safe. You don't have a place where you're gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna get touched here. He's always in your face, and he could be there. He could just come into your face and grab you. Or he could
Yeah,
run away.
and considering Fujin is just so cool, but if he really wants to, he could just time you out. So it's like,
Yeah.
Oh.
He
Alright.
he doesn't need to fight you.
So here's the question, right? We know he's S tier. Is he better than Cetrion?
Yes.
Because here's my thing, right? Who are Cetrion's losing matchups that we've heard? Supposedly, I would say
supposedly Raiden.
yeah, supposedly Raiden. Supposedly, I've heard some say Kotal. I don't agree, but that's just I'm just saying what we've heard. There's the Raiden. There's Kotal. There's
I've heard Fujin, but I think that's 5-5.
yeah, we've heard Fujin. Is there anyone else we're missing?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of anything woke.
Dragon said that he used to think that Jade beat Cetrion, but this was prior to customs, and he doesn't feel that same way anymore.
What about, I don't know. I don't know how they feel about Kano. I don't know how they feel about that.
Yeah, no, I've seen that argument before, but I think we can all agree that those are probably all 5-5, and it's really just coming down to like the smallest like semantics that they're kind of discussing.
Better player syndrome,
Yeah, and so, but I do feel like the Fujin players and all of them really have like named roughly around the same characters. It's they've all said Jacqui, they've all said Sub, some say Kotal, but I don't think that's true either. Yeah.
No. He has some really, because of his high mobility, he has really strange tech on Jacqui's leap pressure. So he's not at all outmatched in that matchup at all. At all.
I think it's less the leap pressure and more so the fact that she can actually walk back.
Yeah.
I get that he doesn't have a fast mid and all, but it's like.
No, I can see him losing just slightly, not like the 5.5 nonsense, but like actually like losing 6-4, in just the slightest of ways to Jacqui. I would agree with that, and I can also see Sub, if you really want to make.
And if that was the case, if Jacqui were to beat Fujin, that would pretty much mean that Kotal and Sindel would probably lose too.
I mean, I think Kotal beats Fujin, but
Oh,
I don't even know.
Well,
No.
so then here's my thing, but we can at least come to this idea that Fujin has some losing matchups.
Okay.
Versus
but,
compared to Cetrion.
No, see, I know that that's a factor. But then, like, why wouldn't we put Raiden up there? Like, Raiden has godlike matchups too. Like, my thing is like putting Fujin like over
The problem with
Cetrion.
Raiden is that compared to
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves and start talking about other characters.
No, the reason I just put like Fujin over Set is just because like while he doesn't have the same matchup versatility as her, I feel like him as a character is just better.
Yeah, no,
Like-
I feel like the idea here and what I'm trying to get across is that there is number one, there's the matchups that we're trying to discuss. There's also the chance that you're gonna run into those matches or those matchups in tournament and competitive play. But there's also like that external factor of like how applicable is everything you're saying, and like how the ease of use of these characters. Like I think Fujin, while his execution is some of the hardest in the game, which isn't very hard, I think he's an easier character to play at high level than Raiden is.
To be honest,
so that's why I wouldn't put
Cetrion
Raiden.
Fujin broke. Just go ahead and put him right next to her. We can decide who broke her. at
Yeah,
the
so
end.
we can all agree
That's
that
how I feel.
I would put him beyond Cetrion.
I guess I just put him.
They both dumb characters.
Here's 3+.
Yeah, we
Maybe
have
not.
Geras next. Do either of you want to talk about it before me?
Geras has been
Skar got it actually. Skar got it. You got it.
Geras has been a solid character the whole game. They've literally attempted to nerf this character to the ground, and he rose up anyway. I mean, he got like damn near everything, just not like. I don't know. Like he got damage, he got pressure, he got a command grab that ticks off of everything.
He's got customs.
He got jump attacks. He got flawless block attacks.
Yeah,
all his buttons are. I mean,
I would make this comparison.
2 ass neutral.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would make this comparison that he does like in the same way that Erron is a jack of all trades and he does everything at like just kind of mid. Like Geras is a jack of all trades. He just does everything at a high, like a better, consistent rate. You know,
Erron but better.
Erron, but yeah, and not in terms of game plan and toolkit, but just like compare, just what they can do.
I definitely put him like A+, probably.
A+ for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't put him reaching into the S tier, but he's at the top of A+ for sure.
Yeah, no. S+, no more. First patch is over.
Right. Also for the chat, I'm turning this into a YouTube video, so I'm trying not to talk to the chat too much. That being said, I'm also not going to be able to see who's followed or subbed or anything of that sense because I've turned off all the alerts. So I won't be replying to you guys, but I am reading. So if there is a question that I feel like I need to answer, I'll just type in chat. But yeah, next up we have Jacqui.
You can go ahead and put her at third.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can talk about Jacqui, and I actually feel like Jacqui's one of the special cases of a top tier that no matter what character you're playing, as long as the matchup isn't super atrocious, like it's not borderline 7-3, just the really hard 6-4s, you always have a chance of beating Jacqui. Like Geras, Jacqui, like
she's one of the easiest top tiers to beat, in my opinion.
I would say easiest to beat, but the most likely out of the top tiers.
Most likely, yeah, okay, yeah. One of the most likely.
I've been saying, if you're a competitive player in MK11, you have labbed this character. Like you know how to fight this character, period. Because you need to, you have to.
Yeah. There's a handful of them. They're all some little goons. But you're gonna run into them whether you like it or not, and you need another matchup. But I'd put her at third. I don't think she's better than Fujin.
Yeah, no, for sure not.
And there's clear cut counters to her, unlike the two above her. You can't even argue that like do those characters above her have losing matchup, but you can definitely say like she has a hard time with more than enough characters.
The next character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we have the next one. We're gonna talk about this before you, for the record. I'm gonna start because I have some hot takes here. Jade, right? Jade is someone that was always known to be pretty well but didn't really actually hit like the spotlight until Skar was like doing work with her. And Skar took her to that next level in competitive play, and congrats to him for that. Because I do think the character is hard to win with at high level, but I think this character is fucking downplayed, dude. That's in a sense of like the fact that the community all thinks she's good.
I think she was downplayed more before customs, honestly. Cause I thought she was always broke.
I put Jade, no bullshit. I think Jade is arguably top 5 just because like I know you're gonna bullshit, like you're gonna be upset with what I'm about to say, but like you could argue that her losing matchups aren't losing. And at least be a real discussion. Like if we said, because we can say like, okay, Shang obviously has really good counters to her, but you could argue that if you and the Shang player of the same caliber, the same skill level, there, as long as you play good, you can win that. It's not like it's pretty. You have all the answers for his counterplay. Like
with Shang, it's like. With Shang, it's not like I get hit with the combo and then I just can't do anything like Fujin. Like, if I lose the life lead against Fujin, I just lost, like, period, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, even with Frost, if I get hit with some silly shit, I can still maybe do something.
Yeah, but so here's another point I was going to add is that there's 4 characters that you typically name when you say it's a possible losing matchup if just not guaranteed. You name Frost, you name Shang, you name Kotal, and you name Fujin, right? But there's also the rate of which you're coming into contact with those characters, and the people that actually like play the matchup correctly. You're not coming across Frost players ever. It's just not happening.
Well, the thing with Jade, it's like, I hate to like break it down to this, but it really is the case. Like, if she can't purple and just willy-nilly stick out back 2, it's a losing matchup. Like, in all those characters that we just named, I can't do that.
I just don't feel like it's the sense of like you have to think, so it's losing.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Because people were saying like you can't glow unnecessarily against Geras, but you can still find a way. Like, and you can't do it against Shang, but you fall
glow
like
is just
good.
useless against.
Yeah,
glow is just not a factor against Geras at all. So
for
that's
Sam
like the one matchup where I'm not putting that. I mean, even that. I mean, I'll take the chip damage. I mean.
You put up glow more than you'd like to admit, and even with Shang, who has the corpse, you're gonna find because if they're using ground eruption, you're gonna want the glow on because it eliminates 2 of those like get in options. You find a way to put it up against Shang. I think like the J players know how to play the matchup. They just have to think much harder.
I'm putting it up. Yeah, but even then, like her losing matchups is like. They can all be won by playing lame, honestly. Like, she's like the best. She's always been like the best lame character. Like, with her as a zoner, she's a really specific kind of zoner. Like, she's literally like her main game plan is timer scamming, honestly. And I don't even really play her like that a lot of the time. Like, if I do end up like if it's like 15 seconds left and I got the life lead, I'm timer scamming. But never am I like in a game. I'm like, oh, I'm about to run this timer down to 0.
Yeah.
Like that's never really how I want to approach the game to begin with, because you already know me. I like to play pressure with Jade. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
where would you guys feel putting? Do you want to put her at the end of S or at the top of A+? Because I think that's where
you can put her at the top of A- right now. When we start putting in more characters, and she might probably go up, but
she's definitely there.
Yeah, definitely in the A+, like at the top of A+, and arguably at the bottom of S. Because I don't think she's better than the other 3 characters in S.
Not at all.
So we'll just have to keep adding to that and figure out what's going on. Turkey, you didn't really get a chance to talk over the J discussion, so I'll give you the lead on Jax. How do you feel?
Jax is he's an okay character. He has decent pressure. Not decent pressure. His pressure is the best about him. Yeah, let me talk. His pressure is actually really ridiculous. He's got the extended strings. He's got the hunker down. He's got the command grab. And even though the command grab, it's a 2-frame link to hint that KB, if you're heated up, you're hitting a 40% command grab, which adds a really crazy factor to his gameplay. Is 9-frame mid, back forward 2 is like a grab mid screen. So you have that. It's a good combo ender. He I don't know. His weakness is his neutral. Like he is really weak neutral, but he also has some of the best zoning in the game.
Yeah.
When he has his arms.
I was just gonna add that like I feel like Jax is too high maintenance for this game.
You can literally if you go on Combat Academy and you look at Jax and literally his first weakness is bad. It's straight up bad neutral.
Bro, yeah, but I think he has the capability of being a good neutral character because he has all the tools necessary. You just need to manage your resources, which isn't a present thing in this game.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
if I'm gonna be honest,
he has to work so much harder to preserve his resources. Like, he has to actually think and be good.
Yeah, and they're the player base for Jax, especially the ones at high level, are not there to show us what that resource management would look like. Where do you guys generally feel like that he goes?
Like an A-, maybe like A-, like end of A- B. You know. Like
do you guys feel like he's better than Erron though, or worse?
You can play him behind him. I think with him, I feel like he's always been outclassed by Jacqui. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I always like. Why would you play Jax when you even before Leaf? Like even before that was even a thing. Like, why would you if you want to play a rushdown character? Why would you play Jax over Jacqui? Like he has always been outclassed by Jacqui. Like, period.
And the fact like he always has to somehow lose his turn or take a risk is like one of the worst parts about him. Like he's either -7 or he has to grab.
Yeah.
And it's like it's such an ass mind game, especially with so many characters in this game. Well, no, like every character in this game functioning off strike throw. Or a down 2 KB that every character.
I mean, don't get me wrong, because he can literally hit you one time and the game could just be liable.
Well, yeah, of course. Like no, like I'm not excusing the fact that he's one of the best snowball characters in the game. You know, he hits you once. Like if you get hit with a fatal blow, well, good luck.
Get hit by anytime he gets a knockdown on you, the game can end right then, and there.
Dude, I would be like, when fucking Hunker Down was just out here fucking doing like those multiple hits and you would get hit twice. You would have the full heated arms and be like, well, KB grab or another overhead in a 30.
Oh, yeah, that shit was scary. And and when his arms are heated up, he can literally cover his gap with the. Like I think when he got them arms heated up, that's when he gets.
Yeah, that's when I feel like he bumps up a tier. If he's fully heated arms, he is the top of A+.
If he had heated up arms all the time, he would be so
if he had heated up arms all the time, he's S tier.
Yeah,
but he does.
That'd be OD. But no, yeah, I could see where he's now a good player.
A- is perfect for him.
I put him below her. I don't think he's better, but
I don't think he's better than her.
Yeah, we have Johnny next, which is I feel like this discussion is going to be pretty interesting. I think I'd put Johnny at the top of A-. I don't even put him in. Actually, that's a lie. I'm gonna put him at the end of A+.
He's definitely not better than Cassie. He's not better than Cassie.
I don't agree with that. I think he's better than Cassie.
Nope.
Well, why do you think he's not better than Cassie?
Because for first and foremost, she has a real auto shimmy, and he does not. She also has mids, which once again he does not have that. Like I damn near feel like this is another sense of like, well, I can't even say that because they're not even really the same type of character, really. For me to say that Cassie outclasses Johnny, but like I just feel like no, like he's behind Cassie. Period.
The thing is like, so what Cassie has is she has the real shimmy, unsafe. She has the projectile. She has the projectiles in neutral, not better than Johnny. She does have the mids, but I don't think her neutral is as good as Johnny's, and I don't think her pressure is as good as Johnny's.
Yeah.
I feel like where she excels, she has the auto shimmy, but while Johnny doesn't have a real auto shimmy, he has one that's fake, and it still could be utilized, and he still has a safe DP. He has safe fireballs, 1, 2, 4. And he's like his normals are really good. 7 frames stand 1. I don't know. I feel like even though he doesn't have like everything Cassie does, I feel like it's an argument that he could be better. just because even though he doesn't have like the mid, he still has like a ridiculous neutral game plan that's like comparable to Lou.
I'm gonna name two things here, right? That I think are the reasons why I think he's better than Cassie, and I feel like this completely outclasses her, and that's why he's in the tier above. Number one is movement. I think movement is huge. I think she struggles because of that, but that's the smaller portion of the argument. The number two reason is that he resets neutral with everything he does. Whether it's 2-4-4, it's just a normal block string, or 1-2-4, or force balls, or his rising star. Everything resets to a range that he wants to be at. And Cassie, who ideally should be doing the exact same thing, just doesn't.
Yeah, not anymore since the glow kick got nerfed.
Yeah, ever since glow kick got nerfed,
Right.
she's automatically playing at a range. Although her tools overall are still better, she's not playing the game plan she should anymore, and that's the reason why I feel like Johnny's still at the top. I don't think the lack of mids is a good enough argument to say that she's better, just because when you're in a setting, even if it's like ideally offline, but even like PC or just a decent connection online on console, you're still able to poke confirm. So you're still getting that same game plan. So the mids aren't necessary, especially for a character who has 3 good pokes, which outclass her 1 good poke. I just think he has the pokes. He has the game plan down to the neutral reset. I think he has the better neutral tools and the movement. I just think he's a better character, and the character is as good as the player behind the controller. So that's why we see the
Even with
rewinds
that
and people
being
like
the
that
case,
getting the results.
Even if you were to put her, I still, if anything, he would go above Cassie in that same tier. If that's going to be the case, I don't think he's all that, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like he's that much farther. I just think he's above her like 1 or 2 slots. Because you disagree with us, and we have to make a placement here because I do want to move forward. Do you just want to go with the majority vote and have I think Turkey, you're on the same side with me here.
Yeah, I think he's better than her.
Would you agree that because we do have the majority vote here, would you say it's just like right above her and like at the end of A+?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, then we'll do that. And we'll that's how we'll decide everything if we have like disagreements like that in the future. Just majority vote between all 3 of us. Unless all 3 of us disagree with that, then we'll just have to debate it out. But we have Joker next.
He's definitely in the top S tier. I just don't know where.
I think he's in front of Jacqui, low key.
I think he's an S tier for sure.
I think he's an A+.
Okay, no.
If Jade is an A+, who I want to put in S tier.
I disagree with that take.
Oh God.
I think Joker. He's just
I think Jade could be an S, and I think Joker is definitely.
Oh, I forgot Boeing existed. Okay, that's cool. S is fine because I forgot Boeing existed. Because I was gonna say, but he has the losing. But I was thinking about Sully and how we listed I was losing matchups, and then I forgot that Sully doesn't play Boeing, so we don't actually know what's going on with the character.
Even with Boeing,
he gets so Boeing is Boeing.
It's Boeing.
Fucking God.
I think Joker's an infinitely better Johnny. I think he does Johnny, at the best possible level, and he has Boeing.
Honestly, I think Joker's in front of Jacqui. Not even gonna lie.
Okay, we're getting a bit.
Yeah, I don't agree with that 100%. I think if Joker is S tier, he's at the end of S tier for me personally, because I still have a few other characters that I think are better that would go in front of him. But I can, now that we have Boeing in the discussion, I think we can all agree he's S tier.
Yeah.
This next character is gonna be fun.
Yeah, we have Kabal.
We have to start ordering. Wait, hold on. So y'all think Cetrion's top 1 though, right? Okay. So
yeah, we think Cetrion's top 1.
Okay, so Kabal's so Kabal is like 3.
I think Kabal's a better. Go ahead.
I think he's behind Jacqui in front of Joker. I think with
I think
Kabal is
better
as
than
dumb
Jackie.
as he is, I feel like, and even though it is hard to do that anyway, like I feel like he just puts himself in a lot of positions to get killed. Like
How?
I mean, random nomad dashes. You can anti-air him
Well,
sometimes.
that's player choice. Like you.
Okay, no. I think this is a fact of the fact that you play one of the worst options for that character, and you're like listing off the options they have to go through to actually like fight you.
Yeah.
Like because to actually have to hit you, they have to do ass shit because you could just jump. They can't just
I
jump.
mean, I'm
Yeah.
not anti-airing that character every time like I'd like to. So
Well, you
that's
don't
why
need
I said
to. Is the thing.
sometimes you can anti-air him.
Yeah, but you're still in a position where your game plan, like generally speaking, he kind of struggles with, not in a losing matchup way, but just like he has to think a bit harder, and so they're forced to make some riskier decisions with the characters we play, Geras and Kotal.
So you mean to tell me that when y'all fight Kabals, y'all don't be getting hit with some random nomad dashes?
Well, yeah, but that's not because the character has to. That's just because the players are making stupid fucking reads.
Yeah, like
The fact that you
like,
even went as far as to call it a read is killing me.
yeah, I'm saying like you sending random nomad dashes are a part of why the character's bad, or just not a good reason.
I think he's behind Jacqui and in front of behind Jacqui in front of Joker. That's where I would put him.
Oh,
I put him above Jacqui because I don't think his pressure has any like inherent risk.
Yeah, that's like my whole thing about it. It's because like MK11 and it's like whole thing. It's like a risk reward between like most of the decision. It's just a risk reward, like strike or throw, a risk reward, whatever. And it's just like Kabal takes no risk. He's OSing every time the jump kick OS. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And it's just like if you get
he plays
player
MK11 really fucking well.
So stupid. It's just he's just so oppressive in the worst way possible because it's like Jacqui. At least you have options. At least you can like stop her. But like Kabal, unless you anti-air him or air to air him or somehow stop him, you can't. If you don't have an option to get him out of the air, you're just sitting there getting jumped on until you can lose 40.
Yeah, I think there's a rule of thumb that I can kind of break it down to, is that you can play defensively against Jacqui and wait for them to make their own mistakes. I don't think you can do that against Kabal. Like you have to make the risk.
Yeah.
Or I mean I guess it applies to both, but I feel like it's definitely weighted more. Oh Jesus, it's weighted more on Jacqui.
I would say generally, definitely, like, you definitely have
I guess you could say that because Kabal is centered around jump kicks, which is very difficult to deal with compared to, fuck. They're both hitting you for some stupid unbreakable if you get hit. I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah. But can we all, come to the
Yeah, you
agreement
can put
that
him there. That's perfect because the character dumb as fuck anyway. So
Yeah. All right, now we have Kano.
another dumb as fuck character, by the way.
I'll lead this because I actually want to put him like right behind Geras in A+ between because like although we're gonna fill that area in with more characters, I think that's let's say Geras is around like the number 8, and then Johnny is at the end of A+. Like I think he's in that range. I think he struggles with a lot of matchups, but when he's good and he can do his shit, he's one of the best characters in the game.
Agreed. I'd say he's
Sure.
behind you. I could see that.
I think he's in front low key, but hey.
Yeah, I just think it comes down to whether he can do his game plan or not. If he can't, and not in the sense of does forward one whiff, but like can he actually get started? Like Joker can outspace him, and Joker has answers for every like all the mix options. Geras, you could say the same.
Sub punishes spit.
Yeah, sub punishes spit, but like we've already listed more characters than we would have liked. Just
yeah.
I think the character, but he does maul. Like he mauls half the cast, and he gets mauled by a decent percentage of the other. Like I don't know. That's where I put him. We have Kitana next. How do y'all feel?
I don't think she's good. She's just like
slow buttons. The only way she's really opening you up is if she fucking jumps.
playing like garbage, jumping.
Yeah.
Her zoning is pretty. Her zoning's pretty good.
Right.
I don't even think her zoning is that great. Like if you can false block those projectiles and like just be patient, not just make unnecessary dashes, like you're gonna get in whether you like it or not, you know.
Yeah, low fans.
I'm not even gonna lie, Kitana hits like a truck sometimes. Kitana hits like a truck sometimes.
Like with those up fans, yeah. Like those
I mean, even like she literally like off of like a back 1-4 into fan into like that 7 hit KB, like she's doing 38% meterless. Like that is some shit. And then you can't even really and then on top of that, you don't even want to break away from this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like fuck. Like she hits like a truck sometimes.
I don't know. I think Kitana's one of the worst characters in the game. I think the character's trash. I think she plays MK11 terribly.
She's in like a B- for sure. Like she's not.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't have much going for her. She has dog shit dial-up strings. All of her strings are dial-up. Like what the fuck is that?
Forward 2-3, back 2-3.
Dude.
Y'all remember when back 1-4 was mid high?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think she's consistently been one of the worst characters in the game, and even the buffs they gave her weren't like generous to help her play MK11.
Oh,
like,
they nerfed the dog shit out this bitch before Ultimate came around. They pretty much killed Highborn. The Upward fans got nerfed. I mean, the only thing they really gave her throughout the course of the game really was the Highborn buff when that shit was stupid, and then when they made back 1-4 a true mid. So I mean, when she gets a hit, she can fuck you up. I'm not gonna lie, but
yeah, she gets decent damage, but I just don't think it makes up for all her other faults.
Yeah, she just has to play so garbage in order to get those hits.
Mm-hmm. Like at least like with Sindel, her fastest mid is 14 frames, but that shit got range. And then you got her. She got back one. And she got back one that's 13 frames, and it has nowhere near the amount of space that Sindel's 4 covers.
Okay. Now
so B, yeah.
All right. Wait, hold on. But before we get to that, are we putting her above Devora or below Devora?
Below.
Well, okay, we can agree to that. We have Kollector next. I don't think this character is that good because I just think it's unlabbed and people who lose to it just don't know what's happening. I think generally speaking, he plays MK11 pretty poorly because the whole just constantly jumping on him, or not jumping on him because he has decent anti-airs is the thing. He has the down twos, he has the stand twos and whatnot. But it's the jumping out of pressure is the issue for him. He has the mid command grab, which is huge for a character already, and it's one of the better mid command grabs. But so you already have the idea of giving your opponent the fear that they need to jump out, but there's also no risk. Like they'll just drop out of everything. They'll drop out of 1-4. They'll drop out of the forward 1 string if they jump. So you're more at risk for applying your pressure. I just don't think the character plays MK11 very well.
Yeah.
I think Kollector's plus. He's not crazy, but he has good shit, kinda. He has piss poor movement. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. He got a wave dash. Don't do that.
We're not. It's making him sound like he's,
No, but I'm just saying he has a wave dash.
He's got Erron speed.
Okay, hold on. No, his wave dash.
He a little slow. I don't know.
You've never seen a Kollector wave dash. I'm telling you,
bro. There are no collectors.
But I'm telling you, like his movement's not bad. That's it. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so we can agree to B+, but where are we? Is he?
Right. No, he's above Baraka. I feel like low-key.
He's better.
Oh,
I was gonna say I don't know. I think he's below.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
No, the thing is like with Kollector is that like Baraka, you don't have to do super specific things. for a lot of your pressure. But like, if you're actually trying to play Kollector and trying to win, you have to like be Jesus on your restands and like start doing like stand one bola confirms. And that's like, what are you even doing?
Not
Like,
stand
what
one.
is
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Kollector is like just a harder character to play. Like it's not even
like, what
like
that point? Like he can't like you can't put that amount of like play and like having to force them to work that hard and the character's just
Yeah.
stand one bola. I'm screaming.
he's not better than Brock.
But yeah, he's pretty much said it all with that character.
Yeah.
Anyways, on to this one.
Hold on, yeah, we're gonna talk
Oh
about this.
boy.
So
Oh,
we know
boy.
so Turkey, I know you think
Yeah.
he is arguably top 5. I think we all think he's arguably top 5. So before we even get to like the nonsense of the character, and how he played, I don't think he's better than Jacqui. I didn't think he's better than Joker.
That's debatable. That's debatable.
How do you feel about
I-
Scar? No, let's get Scar because you're biased, right?
Yeah, I am. I'll get it.
I mean, okay, so my honest opinion with Kotal, like I feel like, oh fuck, man, like it's like I don't even know where to start with this character. He is just so dumb. Like he puts you in like some of like the most fucked up positions.
Mhm.
Like he literally gets to get free hits on you because you have to jump his command grab, but then he can start doing 1-2, and it's like 1-2 again, 1-2. I'm like, it's just so silly. It's like then the grab don't even come. It's like, but it's like as much as I want to say Kotal is dumb as fuck because he is dumb as fuck, I wouldn't even really say he's top 5. I feel like even though his game plan is silly, he's risking his life to try to grab you. If I'm being honest.
Okay. So,
but then again,
would you, and Turkey included in this, would you guys feel comfortable putting him at the top of A+ and consider moving him up to S once we fill in some more spaces?
I think he's in between Geras and Kano for right now.
You think? Okay, Turkey, talk.
Yeah, I think I could say he's like at the end of S at the right now, but I could see definitely at the start of A+. The thing like for Kotal for me is just like he's really good, and his matchups, he just doesn't really have much bad. Like there's a couple that are just annoying.
Even though he's not a good character in his own right, I think he loses Scorpion. Like, but
I disagree, but to each their own experience. But it's just like Kotal just in general, right? He's just a full on mixer with some godlike neutral, some of the best movement in the game, and it's just like the matchups aren't even tough because a lot of them just come down to the fact if he's gonna mix your shit or not.
And you can't even zone him out either.
And it's just like his variations, most of them are built around the fact like he's picking command grab, right? It's just like the rest of the moves are based on how he's gonna approach you, and he has some of the best customizable like routes in the game. Mm-hmm. He has so many ways to approach you, and it's like all the same way anyway because you're just gonna get mixed regardless.
Yeah, his game plan stays the same for the most part. He
I feel like
his customs allow him to do that.
Yeah, I just feel like the fact that like one, his game plan doesn't really change, and the fact that he has customs to navigate like all of his matchups, just it gives him a really like he's just a really solid character, and I feel like he could be debatably in the top 5. I could see him outside, like 5 to 7 is definitely like a good range for him to be in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. So just to answer the question, Skar, you said you thought he was between Geras and Kano.
Yeah, because I mean, as much as I want to upplay this character, I mean, once I said the same thing with the other long range characters. He doesn't have a mid to counter poke with. He doesn't have an auto shimmy. He doesn't have I mean, but he has like silly pokes, kind of.
Yeah, but you have to understand that like he doesn't play MK11 the same way everyone else does because he's a grappler in that sense. He's gonna get in whether you like it or not, and he doesn't need an auto shimmy because he has the mid command grab. And he has Yeah, it's like
that would be my counter. Sorry, that would be my that was like my counter is like, yeah, he doesn't have a mid, and yeah, he doesn't have like the fastest or best pokes. But the thing is that like even though he doesn't have those things, the best thing about him is that he counters MK11 meta,
yeah.
especially especially that little sweat shit like microduct. All those little OSs, they don't work versus Kotal. Like the thing about Kotal is that he forces people to make decisions, and that's the best part about him.
Hmm.
And the worst part because sometimes he dies for it. But that's the thing. That's where he shines in making and forcing people to like get out of the MK11 meta and start playing like his game. And I think that's just like what makes Kotal like ridiculous. It's like his tools and how he enforces them, and plus the fact that his matchup chart is really not bad.
Yeah.
So it's just like a weird combo of things that put him above. Like in my even Jade, in my opinion, like she's like really good. She has a lot of great options, but like Kotal, he has like that matchup edge over her in the fact that like he has really good matchups and he can still play all the mind games and all the game plans essentially.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Right.
Then yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then Scar, would you agree? Like, hold on. Here's the thing. Do you think Kotal is better than Jade?
Mm, no, and just because of the fact that once again, like I feel like Kotal, like if I'm being honest, like he puts himself in positions to get killed more than Jade does. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I'm never like unless I want to be a demon. Like I'm never punishable with this character ever. I'm never punishable. Like I'm never putting myself in positions to be punished really. Like unless someone reads me or unless I did some dumb shit. Like
I get
Kotal
that.
trying to grab you is him essentially risking his life because and I know you fought people Turkey who they gonna hold up every time. They're not giving a fuck. They're gonna hold
Yeah.
up. Like so you better not grab them. Like
Yeah,
type shit.
I see what you mean. Like it's the fact that like in the sense is like your risk reward is so much better than mine because essentially you take no risk. I get it. Yeah, I
Okay.
get where you.
So if that's the case, then would we all be able to agree that he is behind Jade, but he's still in top 7 so
Sure.
far?
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Guess they are.
All right. The next we have Kung Lao. I'm
I
gonna go.
honestly
Actually, yeah, you Scar. You go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't even really think there's much to be said about this character because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like jump kick, down three hat, buzzsaw. I
I
mean,
think Lotus Fist is dog shit.
I think he's A minus because having a jump kick that's hard to anti-air is a boon, but it's like even
Yeah.
then, I mean, he's solid. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I
nothing
think with the
crazy.
inclusion of Buzzsaw, he's in him being able to alternate between what matchups he needs to use Buzzsaw. Like, I don't think I haven't seen a single Kung Lao player that actually uses all of the customs he has per matchup.
Yeah.
Or
It's
at
a
least not one to
splash,
the highest
really.
level. Like, no, Splash doesn't use Buzzsaw. So he suffers in a lot of matchups because of that. I think he has the potential to be at the top of A minus.
Yeah. I could.
Sure.
I don't know. My only thing with that.
Behind, but you know what? Between he's between Cassie and Erron for me right now.
Okay, yeah, I can agree to that. I can agree to that.
Yeah. I
Maybe I
could
was getting a
see
little
that.
too ahead of myself.
Yeah. It's just like
Um,
the thing about Lao is just like Lotus Fist, like orbiting hat is just I don't think it's that good.
I mean,
I
Hmm.
you still can't really. I mean, unless well, you told me your experience of fighting Splash, but it's like you still can't reversal mid safely against that character, which is really like scary as hell.
Hmm.
yeah, the thing like it's just Lao. He's eventually gonna waste his meter on something, and it's just like at that point, what else does he have?
Well, I don't
Is
know
he?
because there's a
He's gonna
regenerative meter.
And
yeah,
I
I know,
honestly think that
I
both
know, but like,
I think Jade and Cole will both beat Kung Lao, honestly.
oh yeah, no, I think Kotal beats the shit out of Lao.
Because how does he even approach you really?
Hmm.
He can't. He just like I just hit him, I chip him, and then if he jumps back, I just react.
The only way he's getting in on you is if he like somehow manages to jump over your buttons or your command grab. I feel like that's the only way he's getting damage on you. Even though I feel like up close he can kind of mash on you a lot. He can mash on you pretty hard.
I mean, a little bit, but whatever. But yeah, I think that's a good place for Lau.
Okay. Continuing on to Lou. I think Lou is the most honest of the top tiers.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think he's the most honest of the top tiers. I feel like he has to take a risk to get his game going. I think he's a round 3 character. In every single one of his games, he obviously you can outplay and you can finish in 2 rounds, but I just don't think I don't even think he's S tier at this point. I think he's at the top of A+, but I can't see him being an S tier character just compared to the customs that we have with with everyone else and how much stronger they've gotten with the meta. How do you guys feel about it?
With Liu Kang, it's really weird because my opinion on Liu Kang has changed as I've learned to fight that matchup with Jade. And I feel like with Liu Kang, it's like Liu Kang, I think he's behind Jacqui for a Joker. His pressure is just still like he is just so naturally oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like but you can say this about every character, to be honest. So it's not like that harsh, but like he probably gets a little bit worse offline than online.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, you could say this about every character, to be so honest. But
well, I hold on, but I'm gonna pause you there. I don't think he gets worse offline is the thing, because he has the command grab, so he doesn't need to worry about people reacting and differentiating his shimmy, which is fake, to his throw. It's just the fact that I think he gets better for the sake that Lou players are typically all like pretty like tech heavy, if I can explain it that way. They all like are relying on flawless blocking things in neutral to reverse a flying kick, and being able to react and play because he's pretty stubby, so they need to have like the best reaction time, no delay, and being able to press those like the right buttons at the right time. I think it's the best setting to put Liu Kang in. I think he gets better. I think he's worse offline. He's worse online.
it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say because like he's better and worse in some aspects because like you're not going to be opening people up with 1-2 like that, but then at the same time, everyone is teching throws offline. So with that being said, you're going to get that escape failed at some point because everyone's teching.
Well, speak for yourself. I don't tech. I jump.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
it's a really weird combo to have like about Lou, because it's like in my head I'm immediately thinking about like the best Lou, and I'm like thinking about everything Ninja does, and I'm like, oh, this character's broke.
Ninja's just not a good argument, man, because he can pick up any character.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's just like I'm thinking like not everyone's gonna be confirming like back 1-4 and like confirming the last hit when people jump on back 1-4 because that's just ninja shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I don't know.
Wise is a really good. He's a close second. I feel like he's been putting in work with the character pretty consistently throughout the game's lifespan.
Wise is my favorite, Lou.
I think Wise is the best outside of Ninja. I mean, and outside of the typical 1%ers, Rewind would pick up Lou, and he'd be the second.
I like Wise because he do about everything with Liu Kang. So I mean,
I could agree with like top A placement. He just has a lot of good stuff to him. It's just that so many characters are just ridiculous now that like a solid character like him.
So pretty much you're pretty much saying that he got power crept, basically.
Yeah, I mean everyone just got better, and he got dragon buff, but he has like his 10% projectiles are really good. He has some of the best zoning in the game, but it's just like he's just so solid.
I don't even think that he has the best zoning in the game because I feel like even when I don't have purple up, like. And Filato is a master at doing this, and he should be too, because that matchup is terrible. But He's always flawless blocking them low fireballs. It's very easy to do.
Yeah,
So
I also just don't think Lou's matchup chart is like it's all like everything is 5-5. He has barely any losing, barely any winning.
Yeah.
I just think he's like the best.
Yeah,
Like that's what I said. He's
yeah,
the most honest top tier. Like that's why I don't want to put him into S tier because I feel like he lacks the winning matchups that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the only character I can really say that he really beats is Sindel. Like that's probably his only winning matchup, low key.
Yeah.
The only thing here with this, like,
and
like,
Scorpion supposedly.
no, the only thing that, like, I'd say with this is like right now, like, it is like the order. The only thing that's like weird to me is that I think Kotal is better than Lou.
Okay. We can discuss that later on, but let's try and move on to the next character. We have Mileena next.
Oh,
and I want to lead out with this because I don't think she's as bad as people make her out to be. I think she's like I don't think she's bottom 1. Actually no, I take it back. No, I think she's bad. I think she's as bad as everyone says.
Oh, okay.
No, I was gonna because I had a hot take for a moment, but I was thinking about everything she does, and I was like, no, the character's pretty dookie.
You trolled just as much as Ed Boon trolled when they made this character in this game.
I think at the like end of B+, at first B- is cool, maybe behind Devora, but I don't know.
Okay, yeah, but hold on, do we think she's better than Devora or worse?
I mean, I guess.
I think she's more applicable. I think she has more.
No, I'm sorry. Devora has more dirt than Mileena. She has anti-airs and she has a stupid jump in. I'm sorry, she's behind Devora.
I guess. I think Mileena is just bad, Johnny.
She's behind Katana actually. Low-key.
Oh my god. Okay.
She's bottom 1 now. That's crazy because I really came out. I don't think she's bottom 1, and now she's bottom 1.
Even Katana has more dirt. If you have a dumb jump in, like what does Mileena have? What dirt does she have?
Katana. How is she worse than Katana?
The only dirt that Mileena has.
I don't think she's worse than Katana. Actually, I think Katana's still contender for bottom 1 right now.
The only dirt that Mileena has is that the fact that her command grab loops into itself. But it's like, dude, how far are you gonna get started?
Yeah, I think she's too honest. I think Milena's too honest, and and I don't think Katana has that honesty. I think Katana's just bad.
Like, how far is she gonna get doing 4-1-2 on block and trying to match after, or trying to do 4-1 into backdash 4? Like, how far are you gonna get with those same sequences?
Are you telling me that Mileena is worse than a character who doesn't have a mid or a command grab or some of the best movement in the game? She has all that shit on Katana. Katana has shit. At least Mileena has somewhat offense.
I mean, even though Katana's movement sucks, her jumping is her movement, pretty much.
Yeah, but that's not Melina's wave dash moving across the screen.
Yeah, Mileena has crazy movement. Fuck that. Hold on. We're putting Katana above. Mileena above Devora.
Okay, thank you. You're seeing my.
I mean, fine. Whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't even want to fight. All right, let's move on because we'll stay here forever. How do we feel about Nightwolf?
He's
some man. He's some man.
And Frost might be worse than Baraka. I'm not sure.
I don't think he's worse than Baraka.
He has a mid for every situation, and he has a command grab, and he has an overhead that can still kind of tag people up offline if you're not ready. And he has Eagle. I mean, he got some.
I think the character has fucking customs.
Yeah,
he got some funky shit. I'll say that much.
Yeah, he does decent stuff. He's all right. I feel like that's a good place for him. Just vibing.
I honestly I don't know enough about Nightwolf, but from someone who's never labbed the character, like that shit is hard to fight online. Not that I fought a Nightwolf offline, but I do not know what to do against this character, and
wait, can I take this next character because I think we all agree about Nightwolf.
Noob Saibot?
Yeah, you go ahead. You take the lead.
This character is better than Kano. He is
Noob?
Yes.
I agree. Yeah.
He is so stupid. And it's the fact that it's like him. He's like he has the Kotal factor where his game plan works on like most of the characters in the fucking game, dude. Like he doesn't change. he has some of the best pokes in the game, some of the best anti-airs in the game. Yeah, and he never runs safe. Fuck it. And the Noob amp. What are you doing? He fucking has the best 1-bar damage in the game. He has really good matchups. Like what are you doing?
It's
Like,
weird with Noob because he's really dumb. If Noob is dumb when you have to. Noob is dumb when you have to come to him, but then when he has to come to you,
When he has to come to
it's
you,
like
he gets really bad.
Yeah.
It's not even that bad because he has tools to get around it though. Because he's like he has the fucking teleport where he does 40 if he touches you. He has the hook. He does 40 if he touches you.
I don't even think the hook is like. I don't even think Sickle Snag is really like.
I don't think it's good. Yeah, I wouldn't use it to be honest.
I mean, what I will say about it is that it lets you combo off a forward 2-2-1, but like even then, like
I think his 9% projectile is a lot more broke than that move.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you also have to understand the nature of that move itself compared to just opting for slide. If you just did slide every single time, you're loading up a KB that does a ton of damage in a third round scenario. So you might as well go for that if you're gonna use the bar. But the Sickle Snag doesn't even like add significant damage to that. I feel like that's the main argument you want to use for Sickle Snag in the first place. Because at the end of the day, like I don't see a reason why you would ever want to just have the extra like 4 or 5% on your already ridiculous damage opti.
Yeah, that's true. You just throw them. You're just pushing them back anyway and running away. So might as well just.
Yeah, Sickle Snag is for motherfuckers with over. You trying to overkill with that character.
That's for men. Sickle Snag is for men.
Yeah, but the character's ridiculous. He has his really, really good matchups, but he also has some pretty bad ones. But I do think he's better than Kano. I think we can agree. Scar, how do you feel about the placement?
You said above Kano?
Yeah, we have him between Geras and Kano, so he'd be at the 10th place right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he could go there. I don't have an argument with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now Raiden.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Okay, this is weird.
I'm gonna actually lead with Raiden because
You got it.
I'm
biased. I hate this character.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd put him between actually Noob and Kano. I know that's probably gonna seem low to a lot of people because we have this idea in the scene that because he has no losing matchups, he has the potential to be top 1, and he has some ridiculous winning matchups. I just think it's in what I mentioned earlier. It's how applicable is the concept of playing. Like we've seen one player and arguably two that have been able to pull off that game plan. We had Plural at the peak of the game, and now we have Dark Elite, and they both play fairly similar. And both them still can't achieve like what I feel like is the optimal results for the optimal game plan he has. I just feel like the character. He wants to be like Fujin in a sense of he can do everything, but there's a lot of risk to it, more than a character like Fujin, and yeah, I just don't think he's in that top 10 area, but he's right outside of it.
Yeah, my thing is like, yeah, Raiden doesn't. He's like I get what you mean. He's trying to be like Fujin, but he's a lot less safe. He definitely has like a lot more options to get punished. My only thing is that like, it's not that like he has crazy 6-4s. It's not like Louis 6-4s. It's how many 6-4s he has.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he beats so many characters in the cast. I just feel like he's a contender for top 10. I don't think he is, but he could be. I don't know where.
I think he's either behind Noob or behind Cassie. Like I don't know. Like he's like in that range.
I don't know. I'd say he's around the Geras Noob Kano range.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah, I could say that's a good place.
Okay.
He just fuck. Like Raiden is just so fucking.
I just think Raiden's fucking stupid. But I don't know if he's better than Noob, but maybe, like possibly.
Yeah, I just think it's the ease of use that like Noob is strong because you can pick him up and you generally have a game, and even a high level if you take a month and put it into Noob, I feel like you're going to be stronger in bracket than you would if you took a month and you put it into Raiden.
Yeah, for sure. Because like Raiden definitely requires like a specific type of player to make him.
Yeah, I feel like with Raiden, even with Jade, like Jade's like one of those characters, and Raiden, I feel like too, like you gotta really like change up your ideals as a player to like really play this character to like a.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You
but
have
keep
to-
in mind,
It's like-
I got comfortable with the bitch, and I do whatever the fuck I want to do with her. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's the
So-
thing. Like once you get like comfortable with that kind of like game plan where you can pretty much do anything once you get comfortable, it's pretty crazy. Which is why like
Right,
Raiden gets
so-
everyone actually plays them.
Mhm.
So,
so
Okay.
I don't.
But
Next character.
we have Rain next.
oh
Is
god,
he worse? Is he worse than Kollector?
I think he's better than Frost.
I take.
You
I'll
think he's
take-
better
I-
than Brawl?
Yeah, I
honestly,
think I don't see like a lot of the downplay shit.
I honestly don't even think Rain is even bad. I feel like the only thing with him, he's just a weaker Fujin. He's Fujin, but without the brain dead aspects of Fujin, if that makes sense.
I don't agree with that at all. But
I don't know. They're not similar characters at all, in my opinion. But like my thing is like I don't know about A minus. Like A minus is like I think Frost is like comparable to him. So I would say like if he's A minus, like she's A minus. Like that's the only like.
well, I just look at it that way. Like, yeah, if we're like, I think Rain is a better character than Frost. But I can't say he's a better character than Jax. You know, so I think
Like
that's,
he just has like some really he can get really oppressive sometimes, and he just moves so fast, and a lot of his moves just put him at a range where it's like you can't even really check his ass, and then it's like he got down 3. He got one of the best projectiles in the game. You have to be careful with it sometimes though, but it's really good. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's just like I said, I think he's Fujin just without the brain dead aspects of Fujin and with a little bit better rushdown. But that's just me.
Okay. Well, we can agree on Rain in that area then.
Above Frost or behind Jackson, A minus.
In A minus, not in B plus.
Yeah, yeah, somewhere around there.
We'll put him at A minus then. We also have AJ in chat saying he's A minus, and I don't know why I'm inclined to listen, but
He's the ring. Well, he's the ring god. Obviously.
Oh yeah, AJ, don't even get me started on that. Yeah, I went the yeah.
Okay. The Rambo. Oh.
Hold on,
Rambo.
I think this character's super downplayed. I don't even want to put
Rambo?
him above. I want to
Oh, I don't think
I
he's
want to put him
bottom at
above. I want to put him above Baraka and below Nightwolf.
all. Okay.
Well, either way, he's still some ass.
I would like to hear some explanation.
I just think his when it comes down to a matchup chart, between
And overall,
I just think the Claymore game plan of zoning people out.
Claymore's broken. Oh, Claymore.
Yeah, I just think it's like when it comes, he has really good matchups and he has really bad matchups.
Oh, that's one
Ooh.
character. One character.
That Claymore
it's
don't
Claymore-
move me, but y'all be safe.
Okay.
Y'all
Claymore?
be safe.
If it's Claymore, that he beats Kotal. If it's Claymore, it beats Kotal. I forgot. That's like if it's Claymore, it beats Kotal.
Yeah, so like we can look at this like he struggles a ton against the fucking top tiers, right? Because we look at it like let's look at the cast here we have so far. So Cetrion, he loses to Cetrion. I'm sure he loses to Fujin. I know he loses to Kabal. I know he loses to Jacqui. I'm sure it's whatever against Boing Joker, but he does maul Joker if he's not using Boing, you know.
He probably gets smoked by Lou.
He probably gets smoked by Lou and Jade, but he fucks up Kotal at least in a 5-5, possibly 6-4 sense. I mean, he gets killed by Geras. I don't know what the noob is, and I'm sure he loses to Raiden. But like we can all agree that like he fucking loses to the top 15 here. But once you get to the bottom half, it's like hold on, what are we doing? Like he beats Erron, he beats Jax, he beats I'm assuming he beats Baraka, and all these other characters we haven't named. Like he has some really like atrocious fucking Matchup
Yeah.
set just makes things super difficult.
I mean,
for people.
if he can keep you in check with that Claymore, then Rambo's.
I'm not trying to interrupt your guys' stream, but I popped on and seen that you have Jade above Kotal Kahn, and I'm asking you, what is fucking wrong with you? What are you doing?
Oh.
Fix it. Kotal above Jade. I'm going to bed.
Okay. All right. Good night, Var. We're not changing that. Anyways.
Yeah. All right. Hope he has a good nap.
All right.
Oh wait, that was Vara?
Yeah, that was Var.
Yeah.
Change the fucking placement.
Lock the voice chat quickly. Lock the voice.
Right? I wish I had admin privileges, but no, that boy's gone. No, but but how do you guys feel about like Rambo in terms of like
Rambo's some ass. Just keep him there. He's some ass.
Okay, but do you think he's better than Baraka though?
Hell no.
I wouldn't say so. I don't.
Matter of fact, put him right near Mileena because I think all those characters right there are better than Rambo.
No, but I don't think Mileena has the winning matchups is the thing. Like I think they have the same issue of like their base kit is pretty weak, but I think at least Rambo has the winning matchups to back like what's going on with him, you know?
Yeah, but like the thing is like how many matchups does Baraka like realistically lose compared to Rambo already losing to the top 15 off rip?
Oh yeah, that's true. You got it. That was a good point.
Yeah. Okay. Turkey spilled. Okay.
But he's better than Mileena, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, for sure. No. Fuck no. Yeah. For sure.
Okay. RoboCop. This will be interesting. I'm gonna let Scar lead this actually because I think.
While I'm unfazed personally by a lot of RoboCop's antics, that character is busted in my opinion. He has just as many KBs, if not more, than Liu Kang. Like he has cannon KB. He got command grab KB, 2 throw KBs. He got gunshot. Like he invalidates so many characters who rely on high projectile
He has the
zoning.
parry
Like,
KB. Hold on.
that too, but when fuck.
Yeah, he has a lot of good KBs. He plays the game really well.
And then you put the flamethrower in, and it's like he gets free strike. He gets Cetrion free strike throw. Like, you know, I mean, his strings are some dog shit. Oh, he has a counter punish KB for what reason I don't know.
Yeah, forward too. One of the best dashes in the game on both ends, on back and forward.
His only weakness is his strings are some dog shit. Like I'm not even gonna lie, his strings are ass. Like
yeah,
forward
his strings
3
are pretty bad.
That is the most pathetic 10-frame mid in the game. 1-2-1. That's not moving anybody.
Yeah, he has bad strings and he has bad damage, but everything else is great. Like fucking out of.
I mean, his
like
damage
crazy.
isn't even really that. I mean, literally, if he 4-3-2 into cannon, like that's doing 21% unbreakable.
Yeah, that's on metering
even...
though. You can break out on it. You have to consider that. It's like
there's
a risk.
Shit.
Yeah, I know. But like the thing about Robo is that he's just like an all specials character. Like you're not supposed to use his string. But like he's just like I feel like he has really decent matchups. I don't feel like he gets killed by any specific character except for like Jade and Raiden. That's all I hear about.
I mean, even against Jade, I mean,
yeah, like it's playable.
Sunio is Sunio, but
yeah,
like I'm not just mauling Sunio ever. Like I'll beat him, but I'm never just like because he has extra health. Because he has extra health, I do have to get something started a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like Robo combined, like he doesn't have good strings or like combo damage, but I feel like he makes up with that and like his getaway factor and how
he just invalidates so many characters.
Like he could just shut down so many game plans, and it's just like it's hard because he's a zoner with some of the most health in the game. And he could just make decisions that like you just can't. Sometimes you just can't stop him. Sometimes you just jump.
He don't even really need damage like that because he got all them KBs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like forward 2, and then that cannon shit.
Like he has a lot of crushing blows for no reason.
So would
Brad
we
Pitt-
put him? Where are you guys thinking of putting him? Because I'm
I
thinking
low-key,
between.
I think he's
He's better than Johnny. I think he's better than Johnny.
I think he's in between Noob and Raiden, and I want to put
I wouldn't
Johnny.
say
I want
that
to put.
high. I think he's behind Raiden.
Think he's behind Raiden?
I only say possibly behind Raiden only because like matchup wise.
Okay.
Like RoboCop is super slept on.
And I want to move
John.
Johnny down to the top of A minus
Yeah. Okay.
because
can
we're
do that.
filling up that A plus, and I don't want to invalidate that tier.
It's getting a bit much, I agree.
Yeah, because with all the characters listed, it's like from
Not
all
a-
the way from Lou to Kano, it's like does Johnny fit in?
Yeah. That's true.
All right, here we
I don't
go.
know.
We have the Xander special. Scorpion,
Okay.
right?
He's
Scorpion, he is just so. He's
He's
just
like-
so not.
I don't know. He's like in between like Lau and Erron, I guess.
I think if anything, he's like below Rain, low key. Like
Oh,
it's just like okay, like I don't know. It's just like fuck.
Yeah, I don't
Let's-
like. I lose to Reigns sometimes because I think the character is just kind of hard to deal with. And I can't. I don't know, and I don't know. I also lose to Scorpion. I actually no, let me rephrase this right. I definitely struggle with Scorpion quite a bit, but I don't think I really lose to the Scorpion players. On the other hand, there's Rain, who I think is a little bit of like a nuisance to deal with, but like it's definitely possible I could lose to a Rain. I just can't say the same for Scorpion. I think he's behind Rain.
I mean, I would disagree because I don't think Jax is better than Scorpion.
You don't think so?
No.
Explain yourself.
Well, I mean, Jax has to take infinitely more risks than Scorpion ever will. Like,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
like-
you got that's an argument.
is like a hit confirm OS. Yeah, like Jax is just like he has to grab too. It's like Scorpion also has like a runaway gameplay. Like he doesn't have to play like that sweat shit that AJ does. They could be a runaway Scorp. Y'all never saw a Bank Scott Bank, the goat neutral is key. The goat Scorp. He would run away. The only runaway Scorpion I ever played, and it would just be like. You don't have to like commit to grab and with that character. I don't feel like you have to take as many risks as you would with like Jax in like a high level situation. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Scorpion is just so honest now. Like I just don't see like.
Yeah. I agree, but I feel like his honest play is better than Jax's ass play, or like Jax is like.
Okay, well when you put it like that, then I guess.
Okay, so where are we putting him in front or behind Erron then? Because we've agreed, like, so let's do it this way. We'd agreed that he's better than Jax, right? But is he better than Erron?
Hell no.
No, I don't,
Okay.
because he straight up has no offense. It's like compared to Erron, at least he has the command grab.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Big Oh, Shang.
Yeah,
Cool.
we have Shang.
I think he's behind Joker, honestly.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we're so as of right now, Skar isn't actually helping with the tier list.
What the?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Uh,
Don't start downplaying Shang.
no,
just 'cause
I
you
think the
start
character is
playing.
hard as hell to play, man. The character is for like some real fucking Shang players. You have to have some manly ass balls of steel to like be playing this character.
Whatever, bro.
No, I think he's actually like I just think like he gets jumped on a lot. In terms of like the same thing with Kollector, like out of like
I don't get how
pressure.
people are jumping on you when you got force lift, but go off.
No, I just mean in a sense of like if I wanted to okay. Out of pressure, not just on wake up, out of pressure, shit like that. Not just in neutral because he has a really good down two, which serves as his best anti-air. Everything else is kind of like he can't anti-air with much else, unless you're doing specials, which all depends on his customs. I think he has great customs, and he can play any matchup. There's some that are undeniable like Geras. He's losing to Geras whether you like it or not. But man, I just think the characters, like, you actually have to really dive in and fully understand the character before you can actually do anything with them on a competitive level. And if I were to look at the roster and base it off that argument, like, who can I pick up and be good at, like, with in a week, I think he's behind a Robo.
Oh my God, you are not downplaying.
I'm being so dead serious. I also don't think his zoning is nearly as effective with customs because so many characters have like real options with their.
He does the same dumb shit Kabal does. Jump kick OS in the force lift or ground eruption, and you're like, bro.
Yeah, but we've agreed that there's anti-air options like flawless block that you don't need to.
So what if you have to? Okay, like,
and that's only an issue with early jump threes because obviously you're not going to anti-air those.
What I will say about Shang is that you do have to place your projectiles a little bit more precisely than you would with another zoner in the game. But it's like, dude, you are downplaying Shang so much.
Dude, like the thing is that
it's like, oh my God,
Shang is good, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like his shimmy isn't real, and it's like,
I think he loses to a lot of the characters in the top 10 as well. Like at least half of them.
Like who?
Cetrion, Fujin, Jacqui, possibly Lou, although that's probably 5-5.
If you say Jade, I'm gonna punch you.
No, obviously not Jade. Geras. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That are off rip. Everything else is like he probably beats Jade. He probably beats Kabal. But like the characters that you're coming into contact with a lot of the time, it's like, this is a struggle.
I could definitely see like your placement having like placed him behind Robo, because I feel like he's definitely like more versatile than Kano. Like he's definitely like a better character for like to main.
Yeah.
Because like matchup wise, he's a lot more able to be spread out throughout the cast. So, and I think that's a good place for him. I think he's definitely better than all the characters behind him.
Okay. So I'm about to brush my teeth, so I'm gonna skip out on the Shao Kahn conversation. I'll let you guys have.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna we'll put him here for the sake of doing that. Okay. Well, I think it's best we leave tier list to the top dogs. Who do you think I'm in the call with? Come on now. No, but
this is all crime.
But no. So we're gonna go with we're gonna talk about Shao Kahn, just you and me, Turk. Okay.
Oh my God.
No, so I think just generally speaking, I don't think the character actually has to take like and there's this this argument that Shao is really bad because he has this fake mix and everything can be punished, and it's like, but I don't feel like the character has to actually extend himself to the point that he has to do all that. I think he's a better character than arguably Jax.
I could agree, because I feel like even though like a lot of his game plan is rooted in quote unquote gimmick, it's just like
there's so many gimmicks is the thing. It's like it's hard to keep up.
It's like all of them. It's just like the fact that it's just so much. It's just stand 4. He could just do stand 4 low. He just starts to do like stand 4 and the hammer lunge, and then there you go. That's another gimmick, and you start getting mixed. It's just like he has so much to like cover all of his options with, and then he doesn't even need to, because he has a +4 standing 1. Yeah. And then he could just start putting that pressure. And then like it's all compounded by the fact he's taking half your health bar if he touches it.
And I think the only time that hammer lunge is actually being consistently anti-aired is off 1-4.
Yeah.
And there's a 2-way mind game off of that. Because I guess 3 if you really want to consider it, but it's like you have the flawless block cap of 1-2 or 1-4-2. You have the low option, and you can also you can just be completely safe and hit confirm. It's pretty hard. Don't get me wrong, but you can just hit confirm that string. You don't have to like do like nonsense mix off of it because you know that you have it. Like Shao players are, they do this thing where like they have access to the mix, so they feel like they need to do it. And I just don't think the character needs to play the way. If you play solid 100% of the time, which I feel like we only see from one player, that being Outworld, and that boy is like 56. So I can't imagine what we would get from like a current time Skar, if like in terms of just skill and age. If we just got Skar, someone of similar skill level actually playing, Shao Kahn.
Would be great.
So I think I would put him above Jax.
Yeah, I could definitely see him above Jax.
And as for Sheeva, now Sheeva's interesting.
I just don't like. I haven't seen much of her ever since the patch, so like I don't know much about her. I know she has really good movement. I know she has
literally Sheeva's her moves, her buttons are so her strings are so abysmal to the point where the only thing people ever wanted to do with that character was stomp and zone.
Yeah.
So, with that being and mix.
Like she has decent fireballs though. Like without Dragon Stance, she has decent fireballs. Like they're okay.
I bet, but we can assume that Dragon Stance is the optimal usage.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think you should be playing the character if you can't use Dragon Stance in a matchup.
I mean, yeah, I think you definitely need Dragon Stance for some matchups, but I don't know ever since it got nerfed if it's like as useful as it was. I don't know though.
No, I played
Well, I mean, it allows her to once again, same thing I said about Devora, and the fact that she beats Jacqui, I think that bumps her up just a little bit. But I think that's the only purpose that she really serves in the meta.
No, but I mean, like, and I've said this, multiple times to other people. I don't know if I've ever had that conversation with you, but if Sheeva with Dragon Stance can zone out Jacqui, she can zone out so many other characters in this game who have like pretty similar stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, true, but no one wants to really play that character.
Yeah, but just because no one wants to play the character doesn't mean that like she's automatically bad. It's like if you were a player who played Sheeva and one other character that covered most of her bad matchups. She and Jacqui has more get-in opportunities than 99% of characters. So I can't imagine what Sheeva does to Jax. Or to fucking Baraka, Nightwolf, all these other characters,
Joker's probably
it's like, but we don't know because there's no Sheeva players. I think she's probably just below Nightwolf.
Yeah, okay, that's a good placement.
And I think it's just strictly just because like she has enough decent matchups to argue that her shitty strings and everything like that. Like she's got the mix on top of it. It's not like she's not capable of playing up close. I bet the Sheeva players like are happy to at least get like one or two gimmick mixes out of the way as soon as people get in, because 9 times out of 10 they can just run away again, or at least get enough Oki to get back into Dragon Stance and play another mind game.
Yeah, and actually the one thing I do like about Sheeva and the Dragon Stance is that she actually does have like decent movement. Like I don't know if you've like, seen it, but she actually has like a pretty good wave dash.
No, she's got really really good movement.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like even though like her strings and her normals are traditionally shit, like she has a way to get around that by like once she conditions into a Dragon Stance, she can start like using her movement and her dashes to start establishing more of a mind game. But yeah, I feel like it's a good placement for her. Oh, okay. Look at this character.
Oh, Sindel. Oh,
I think Sindel is trash. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think she's good either.
I think she's bottom
I
five.
agree. It's hard. It's hard to place this character considering how CEO went.
Is a bit. Yeah, we can't like.
Hold on, no. I just think we need to praise Otto for that though.
Yeah.
The thing with Sindel, I feel like she gets mauled by like majority of top 10.
Okay.
And I feel like I don't know, like Scream is still like 4-4 is still like I don't know.
Like,
But I think outside of those two things, I don't know. Like she has pretty good counter zoning. Really dumb auto neutral, like most footsie characters do have.
yeah,
I think her issue is once again she doesn't really have a mid to counter poke with. 4/4 is not a good mid to counter poke with.
yeah.
She's very weak to offensive pressure. It's very hard for her to get people off of her sometimes. I would say she's like bronze tier, low key.
Okay.
Wait, I can see her like just being on the bottom half of things because like it's just like while I play more Sindels than Collectors, and I definitely rage at more Sindels than Collectors, I think she's a bad character. Like I don't think Sindel. Like when I lose to Sindel, I'm like, damn, they really play better than me there. Like, and you have to, you have to, because it's just like she's just not good. I just never got it. She has to take so many risks to even like get some of the opportunities that characters get for just existing in this game. It's just like, okay, cool.
And I would also agree that, or actually not agree. Let me restart this. I would say that with the recent thing of auto winning CEO is that there was no one playing high tier characters in that entire tournament. Like there was at least not against Auto. You know, Auto's path was like the biggest blessing he could have had because he did not have to fight anything outside of like a Jacqui, and it wasn't even from a Jacqui main. Everything, at least in terms of like people of similar like skill tier, you know.
That's why I was kind of hoping to see Waz beat Big Daddy G just to see him in auto fight. But the fact that BDG overcame the Cetrion matchup twice,
yeah.
Oh my god, that was actually very godlike of him. Very godlike.
Game it viciously, bro.
So
I don't know. I feel like that's a okay place for Sindel. It's just weird because Auto.
How does she open you up? How does she open you up?
It's just like Auto wins so much, so it's weird putting her down low. But it's just like,
yeah,
you know, I just don't think she's good. I don't know.
All right. Well, we have Skarlet next.
Okay.
And Skarlet's pretty interesting because I feel like even in her winning matchups, they're not even like super difficult.
Yeah. I think she's better than like Scorpion.
I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know. I'd
put her at the very top of B+.
I think she has a more solid game plan than Scorpion, so I can see what he's talking about. But
actually, I put her below Nightwolf.
I don't know. I just don't like I just feel like she's better than all the characters from like Frost until Scorpion and like until Erron. I just don't see how she's not better than Jax.
I don't know. This is with my experience with Dark, right? I've played so many characters against him in tournament. I've played Spawn. I've played the Geras. I played Shao against him in an event once in an exhibition. Everything you can imagine I've taken out against Dark, and I never really felt like even when I was like, man, you know, the zoning's kind of getting pretty intense. Like I never felt like I can't get in, and once I get in, I always feel like, all right, it's my time. I can actually do everything I want to do.
That's the problem though. I don't think she's a pure runaway character. I feel like she's like not meant for only runaway. Like yeah, she has that, but I feel like she's definitely more space control or like corner oriented than like zoning.
Yeah, and she has great space control.
She got some decent range.
And it's like all, and I feel like it's just infinitely better than any game plan Jax has to offer.
I don't know. I also feel as if she generally, in the same way that Shao has like so many options and little mini games off these small interactions, Skarlet has the same situation, but like if she really wants to like mess with that minigame, she has to do something risky, you know, because everything else is OSable. The entire forward 2 string is OSable, and if you want to get someone off your ass, you have to stagger forward 2, which is the safest option, or you do forward 2 boiling point, and you're going to get punished by half the characters in the roster for that. And I feel like that's the same case for practically all her strings. Same thing with 1-2, you know, forward 4, forward 2.
I disagree because she does not have to. She has stand 2, stand 2-1, stand 2-1 bloodshot. Like stand 2, and like that's like the main thing. And back 3, back 3 is her best option. Forward 2 is not. Back 3 jails. So that's why like I feel like it's infinitely better. It jails into pressure. It forces you to respect her mind game. It like back 3 is the button that enforces the whole mind game. Because you have to block. It forces you to block, and then once you start having to respect that mind game, you start getting fucked up because she starts staggering stand 2, starts doing back 3 from half screen, and then like what do you do? Like you have to start.
But it's also fairly easy to jump in on her though. Is the thing, like unless they're looking out for the jump, you typically can jump in on Skarlet.
Down to is ridiculous.
No, but like I said, like if she has a game plan in mind, like let's say I want to stagger stand 2 into forward 2 or into back 3, any of the options you just listed, you can typically jump and like get away from everything. Like you're gonna jump over back 3 guaranteed. There's a good chance you're gonna jump over forward 2.
After stand 2, you're gonna jump at act 2. Yeah, okay, probably.
So it's maybe, like I feel like she's pretty weak to jump ins, which is a pretty meta like option.
That's like one option for like the other 4 she could do. And like yeah, she could be punishable on one of those other options, but it's like one she could just do stand 2 twice, and then you're just on the ground again, and here you go, you just get back 3.
Yeah, but I just feel like there's a clear weakness here, and
like yeah, and I feel like even though like you're saying like there's a clear weakness, are you telling me this game plan isn't more complete than Jax?
I feel like Jax is more complete. I don't know.
I disagree completely.
I don't know, that bitch annoying, but
we gotta take a vote then. Where do you, Skar? We'll ask you. Where do you feel she goes?
I think Skarlet is between Jax and Rain.
Okay.
I mean, I want to put her actually like a couple slots lower, but I mean, I'd be okay to be. I feel like that's pretty close to where Turk wants her.
That's the closest we're gonna get there. So.
Right.
Okay, then we'll do that then. All right, we have Sonya, bottom 1 Sonya.
Yeah, she's bad. I don't think she's good, but
I don't think she's good. I think she sucks.
I think if anything, I think she's at the top of B minus.
Yeah, I can see
her. At least for her, you can mix someone if you're a demon, and like she has ample opportunities to jail into her mix, so at least she has that.
There's like better opportunities to win those matchups that like Rambo gets fucked in. Like she could at least mix and win, you know.
Like the bitch is still dumb in the corner, and she got decent projectile game. So
yeah, I could see. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think we need to discuss that. I think we all know she sucks, but she can do things. Same thing. Yeah. It's the same thing with Sindel. It's just I think Sindel does it a little bit better.
Scream KB. Actually, wait. I'm not gonna lie. Scream KB might make her better than Kollector, like completely. Like I think we might have to.
Oh yeah, you get blanked just for moving.
All right, you gonna make that change then? We want to move her up.
Yeah, I will move her up at least. Like at least, yeah, kill that Lecter. Put him lower. He's bad.
Okay, then. We have 3. I'm glad we have these 3 characters last because I think this is a pretty good discussion here. Spawn. Oh, yeah. I think he's right outside of top 10.
Yeah, I think he's right in front of Raiden.
I think the only things the character struggles with is literally just having a stubby stand 1.
Yeah.
Everything else is
good. No good jab. He has really good mind games, ridiculous damage, ridiculous rob potential. I can see it. Yeah, right outside. That I'm not gonna lie. Soul forfeit literally almost makes me want to put him but we won't talk about
Yeah,
that.
Soul Forfeit is pretty like game breaking to that extent.
Do we move like should we move Rain and then down one because they're getting a little bit stuff.
Yeah, we can move Rain down one. I feel like he fits better with these characters.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think Kano fits down here at all.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Shang either. Sub is like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I was gonna say as well.
I like how
just
both
to add
the mixed
on.
characters at the bottom.
Yo, look at your chat.
Oh, hey, Trudy with the raid. I appreciate it. But I was gonna say is that like, and we're gonna actually talk about this in just a second. I feel like a lot of these characters like Sub and Lu, who have to build up for that like really strong round 3. Soul Forfeit just makes Spawn like as long as you can get him to round 3, it's almost a guaranteed win.
Yeah. He's literally the shortcut. He's the shortcut.
Yeah, he takes all the shortcut. You just need to outplay one solid round, and if you can, if you can just get him to the point that he's at that round 3, you're just a boss character. It's pretty insane.
Basically.
Yeah. How do we feel about Sub? I'm gonna let you guys talk this one out.
Oh, you could start, Skar. You got that.
Yeah, you got it.
I think Sub-Zero is like. I think he is the best offensive character in the game, or one of the best. He's up there. Like, he literally... the thing with Sub-Zero is that if you're one of those people who can supposedly react to forward 2 offline, then he's probably where Sonya's at. But if you're not, he's like...
No, I don't even agree with you. I don't think
that was a little bit evil.
You being able to react to forward 2 not even that, like a third of the time, still doesn't mean it's the fact that your opponent is no longer duck OSing, which makes his shimmy game and his throw game, especially with being able to have a throw loop to that extent, or not a throw, but just with your forward throw.
His forward throw literally.
and it's the same. And it's the same sense with Jacqui is like having access to a good Oki on a forward throw. It makes the escape failed so much more like prevalent.
Yeah.
So
it's just, I feel like even with that, it's like reacting to forward 2 does stop the fact that forward 2 creeping eyes, you're still taking the chip, you're still taking the distance away, he's resetting neutral. It's just like some characters, have an answer to it, but it's like majority aren't getting out of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and then it gets to the point where Sub could just commit every time he has meter. Like, he doesn't have to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
And this is even talking about like you're using like ice ball. Like, you don't even have to use the overhead ice ball. You could just use the rising ice variation, and you could just make safe hit confirms and play solid and get 40% every touch.
Yeah.
Like, you could do like opties and win. It's so crazy because this character has so much. Like, if he doesn't,
I think he's an infinitely better Lu.
Yeah, like if he doesn't have to mix, he doesn't have to. He could just play the most solid nooch game ever. He has back 1, he has forward 2 as a shimmy, he has back 3 hit confirm. And he just grab, and then he has 1-2-4, 1-2.
2 is done because why is 0 on block?
Why can he hit confirm 1-2 and 2-1? Both of his jab strings. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it's just like he just has so much damage behind every decision he makes, and it's like you're just always like, no pun intended, you're literally on thin ice versus this character, bro. Because you get hit once, you lose. You can get hit once,
and he can start resetting your ass.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed snowball effect from the moment he touches you.
No pun intended, by the way.
Like, it doesn't even need to be a knockdown. Like what Skar said, he can literally reset you until you lose. Like, I don't like. He's better than Lu. He might like. I don't know.
No, he's definitely better than. I think he's better than Joker, but not as good as Jacqui.
I think he's better than Joker for sure.
How do you feel about that, Skar?
I was gonna say he's above Lu, because I think his weakness is like, once again, I say this about every character because I feel like not having this is really like annoying sometimes. He doesn't have a mid to really counter poke with, but he has a 6 frame down one and like an obnoxious poke, so I guess he doesn't really need one, but still.
And I feel like even if he doesn't have a good thing to counter poke with, you could also counter poke. You could also use your jump in, which he has some of the best of in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You start doing reversal jump, like reversal jump 1, reversal jump 3, and it's just like sick. Yeah, let's go. I'm getting fucking mixed if I try to anti-air. Let's fucking go. like okay.
Yeah, and he's got great jump ins. He literally has everything, and it's I don't know, and I can't say for some of the people in the chat saying like they think Joker's better. It's in a sense of like Joker, he has a really good snowball effect once he's under 30%, so he has to get to that point. But sometimes he struggles to get in, and Boing isn't always the guaranteed answer, and he still has some counterplay. I can't say the same. Like I think Sub has this near very similar to what like Fujin has in screen control because of slide and because of amp ice ball. And I think he has every other tool that's like above par. It's
yeah. The only thing about like Joker is that it's just like Joker gets that below 30% grab. Fuck, I'll lose, and he also does a lot of damage. But the fact is that Sub hits for almost the same damage, right? And he has multiple KBs that are gonna do fatal blow damage. That's the thing. It's not even like regular fatal blow damage. Like it's broke fatal blow damage. Like come on, bro. Like it's so crazy. It's so great. That character is broke.
Are you?
Y'all see Jukes in the chat?
Yeah, I ignored that. We're not, I thought because to be honest, I thought he was gonna be like, yeah, I don't think Jacqui's low enough. But he kind of had a good point. But we're gonna, we've already tried to find middle ground here. Jukes gotta understand.
I already said this. I said this earlier. But
yeah, we tried to argue. Yeah, for the record, we tried to argue that Kotal was possibly top 5 or 6. Skar was the one who put him there.
I said he was. I think he's better than Lou.
Yeah, I put Kotal at number 6.
But he thinks Kotal worse than Jade. Real good tier list.
Like to be honest, if I had the option here, I would put and this is what my tier list would look like, right? Just so everyone has it. I would put Kotal here. I'd put Joker here and Lou here. This is what my tier list would look like, right? But that's obviously we had to find middle ground with everyone.
Yeah. Lou after Jade. Whoa. Oh.
Yeah, hey, but we got the last character. We got the last character. How we feeling?
Okay.
Terminator, he has a really stupid teleport, so it's like
that telly's stupid, but his neutral's the worst thing I've ever fucking seen. It's
yeah, but the teleport damn near just makes up for it because he could just be in, and it's like I don't know. I don't even know how to like stop that teleport. Like, what even is that?
You really don't. Kind of just hope.
Yeah, I feel like Telly was actually the thing that bumped him up. I think being able to special cancel down 4 off of special cancel down 4 into Telly and still maintaining the plus frames and being able to jail into actual mix is pretty wild. And I think it's one of the biggest things he was struggling with because he couldn't usually like jail for the most part.
Right.
All right. But yeah, like, where do you guys feel like putting him? Because I don't think he actually has like too many like losing matchups. He's got maybe 4 or 5 based on what Striker. Because Striker's talked to me about this multiple times, and I agree with him for the most part. I think he's pretty downplayed. I
think he's like.
I think he's okay.
I think he's a B plus.
I think he's like. I think he's below. He's below range. I mean.
I think he's a B plus for sure. I don't think he's better than Frost.
I don't think he's better than I put him above Sheeva.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a nice little. I don't think he's better than the Wolf though.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that either.
I mean, this looks. This looks
I
decent
guess.
to me.
Yeah, I think
this looks
it's pretty complete. Yeah, like Skarlet, I don't see how you see it. Like, do you think would you rather fight a Lou? Would you rather fight a Kotal?
Oh, bitch, I'd rather fight Lou. Okay, go ahead and move, Cole,
Yeah,
I guess.
come on. Thank you guys all for on the YouTube side for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, hit the comments and hit up all the socials. Thank you, Skar, and thank you, Turkey, for joining in. I appreciate it. And thank you for all 78 people in the stream. I appreciate y'all as well. And yeah, that'll be the end of the video. I appreciate it. Peace.